heard of doom swiping?
What is that?
Doom swiping is when, like, you're home in quarantine, you can't go out and meet people at a bar, so you get on, like, Bumble or Tinder, and you just aimlessly swipe left, right, and you have no intention of meeting anyone. You just are swiping because you're so bored and you're a little lonely and you are not going out and socializing much, so you just swipe just to see who's going to swipe you back. And, you know, maybe you'll send a message or two, but it's more just like mindlessly swiping back and forth.
It's just a game to you at that time.
Yeah, there was a study that was done that was released today that said 85% of people want somebody eventually. They just don't want anybody now, you know, because of COVID. They don't want to get in a relationship because you got to get tested. They got to get tested. Are you in a bubble? You know, what point do you get tested? You can't have sex. I mean, there's just it's so tricky right now getting in a relationship. So only 15% of people are willing to do it. 85% of people are like, you know what? I'm waiting until all this is over. So in the meantime, they're just swipe, swipe, swipe.
So then do you start a text conversation relationship with them?
Yeah, sometimes you do, you know. But not really with the intention of getting together. Like, what's the point of starting a really in-depth conversation if you're never going to meet for coffee?
Well, you got to build up your Rolodex. I mean, that's the thing, is you're talking to 20 women at one time, and then you got to figure out which one moves to the top 5. It's like it's like a game.
Yeah, but who are you going to say, like, all right, let's say I'm doom swiping and just some guy that I'm really not that interested in, but I'm just bored and he's swiped right on me, so I swipe right back on him just for the thrill of it, you know? Mm-hmm. What's the point? Like, how do you say to somebody, listen, I don't know when COVID's over, but, you know, can you hang on until next summer? You know what I mean?
Until 2022.
Yeah, you can't really do that.
Wait for me. No, I don't think a guy's going to do that because you aren't going to hook up with him, but he'll find 3 other women that will during COVID. You know what you should do is you should meet somebody on Tinder, whatever, swipe right, they swipe, whatever swipe it is. I don't know if it's right or left. So
it's right.
It's right. So you swipe right, they swipe right. You start talking on Zoom. Talk on Zoom for 2 weeks. And if they don't, if they don't look sick in that 2 weeks, then you're good to go. So if today is the 1st, then on the 14th, you're going to hook up.
That's your philosophy.
Yes. So you talk to them every single day. If they're not coughing and they can taste stuff and smell stuff, then you can go out on the 14th.
You realize somebody could have COVID and be asymptomatic, right?
Okay. I mean, it's
that's a big part of it. That's the reason why people. That's why 85% of daters are not willing to meet anybody in person yet.
Okay, so you talk you talk with each other for 2 weeks, and then you go out to a haunted house, and you go out on a date, and that's the only.
Go to a haunted house? Are you insane? So now you're going to be around more strangers who may or may not be wearing masks? Are you insane?
They all are wearing masks. That's the thing.
Because it's a haunted house.
It's a haunted house. That's what they do.
They're wearing monster masks.
Yeah. Every haunted house in the South is open.
Right, because they're all in masks. They're all in costume.
They're all in costume. But I thought, you know, at least this year they would say, no, we're not going to do it this year. We'll do it next year. No, they're all open.
Well, of course, everything's open in the South right now. You guys are just acting like it's just a normal day, like it's any other year.
I think going to a haunted house right now in the time of COVID, that's the scary thing. You don't really even have to scare people. It's just scary to be there.
The fact that they even showed up, it's like, thank you, we're done.
Yeah,
give me your money, you can go now.
That is real fear right there, that you could get COVID.
Ooh, I may have COVID. I may not. You don't know. Get back in your car. Go home. But give me your money.
I don't have a mask. That's scary as hell.
That is the scary part. That somebody, like 4 people have masks and then one of them doesn't.
Right. And they touch you. Because, or they come, 3 feet to you, not 6 feet. That's the person that's going to get you sick. That's
Are
real
you infected
fear.
now?
That is real fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you talk for 2 weeks, then you go out. Screw it. by the end of 2 weeks, you're both not sick. You should just, go out.
No, my advice to you, if you're single and thinking about dating right now, I think it's okay just to meet somebody online, like Anthony is saying, but I don't think it's worth risking your health because people aren't honest when you first start dating them. You can't know if they're being honest or not. I mean, they just, especially guys, they just want to get laid, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that this is a good time to get to know yourself, get to know you,
Mm-hmm. No.
you know? A little you time.
No, you
Nothing
got-
wrong with a little you time right
You've
now.
had you time since March. You time is over. I'm done with me.
I'm sick of me.
Right. I don't want to be with me anymore. I'm done with me. Me was fine for the first month. After that, I don't even like me anymore.